Back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090J and I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on SpttemGottem getting smashed by the Bloods in Florida State Prison. When it comes to sliding on ops, well, SpttemGottem wasn't doing any of that, but they was definitely doing it to him. The rapper blew up with his 2020 song Beatbox that turned into a TikTok sensation. A year later, he got fired up in a Miami drive-by and luckily survived being shot 5 times. A year after that, his rap career would be shot down after it was exposed by yours truly that he snitched on his fellow gang member, Y&R Mookie. Y&R Mookie exited the apartment followed by Nehemiah Harden, who's more commonly known as Jacksonville rapper SpttemGottem. Both men were detained as an officer conducted a search of the residence. In the bathroom, a 9mm Glock and 9mm Springfield XDS were found fully loaded, each equipped with an extended magazine and a round in the chamber. With the search of the apartment concluded, Mookie was read his Miranda rights and invoked his right to remain silent. So Mookie invoked his right to remain silent. He didn't want to say nothing. SpttemGottem was then read his Miranda rights and provided the following statement. Spottem said he arrived at the house at 9 p.m., stating he was sleeping on the couch when the police lights shined through the window. At that time, Spottem said Mookie began pacing in the living room saying, "Dang man, the crackers are here." Spottem asked Mookie why he was freaking out, and Spottem told officers Mookie just kept repeating, "Dang man, dang man." Spottem stated he then observed Mookie walk into his bedroom and then walk out with items in his hand and a t-shirt covering.
Y'all, man, this video is why it's important to always, don't be nothing you not, bro. Try not to be something you not. Like I tell my little cousins, you know what I'm saying, my nephews, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff a lot of the times leads to jail, prison time, bro, or worse, death. So all that trying to be gangster and thug, man, these are a lot of the outcomes. Not trying to have no whole yap session, but you know what I'm saying, it's pivotal that y'all pay attention to the beginning, bro. The beginning. You start off bad, you could mess up your whole life.
And then walked out with items in his hand and a t-shirt covering them. Officers asked Spottem if he had any guess to what Mookie was carrying in his t-shirt, and Spottem said, "A pole." So, I mean, this is the thing, right? The police are asking, what do they think he had? And, you know, SpttemGottem says, guns. I mean, it's like you're basically putting the guns in your homie's hands. You know what I'm saying? You're literally confirming that they were his, and then they found them in the location that you told them they would be in. I asked Harden if he had to guess what Jackson was carrying in his shirt. Harden said a pole. I asked Harden if he had used the bathroom since he was at the residence tonight, and he stated he did early in the evening. Harden stated the toilet flushed properly, which made him believe there was nothing in the water tank of the toilet. Harden stated Jackson was the only one to enter the bathroom prior to police arrival. Remember, that's where they found the gun. So you basically told on your boy. With Spottem's reputation getting smoked online, Lil Durk would go as far as sending him back the $100,000 Spottem paid for a feature. Considered a TikTok-driven one-hit wonder, none of his releases would exceed Beatbox in views, and the music began to slow down. Spottem was now making headlines for his arrests. A parking attendee was standing on business, telling Spottem and his 4-car entourage they need to pay the $80 parking fee. That's when the rapper pointed a gun with a green laser at him before telling him, "You know what it is," and fleeing the scene. Spottem would also be arrested for trying to flee police on a jet ski, and again for a high-speed chase in a Corvette which crashed. Officers recovered a Glock with a switch and found Spottem hiding in a shed. Fast forward to August 30th, 2024, Spottem would be sentenced to 3 years, 8 months, and 19 days in Florida State Prison. The internet began speculating if SpttemGottem would last, knowing he stands a whopping 5'4", and truth be told, it seems like SpttemGottem was ready to find out. On September 20th, 2024, SpttemGottem would enter the Florida Department of Corrections, and only 1 month later he DM'd me saying, "All my brothers murder. I put on for this shit. I'm G's with all the homies. I got the blanket wrapped around me, and once my brother Mookie come home, all the fool-ass allegations gonna be over with. I see you, homie, though." So to translate, SpttemGottem's been claiming sex, money, murder for years. He's always throwing up B's, whatever. And he's basically saying he's with all the bros. He's with all the bloods. He's good. They got the blanket around him, meaning he's welcome. And he's saying YNR Mookie is gonna clear his name when he comes home, as if we all can't read the paperwork for ourselves. You know, YNR Mookie, that was your boy. He can forgive you, but the paperwork is the paperwork, and you can't change that. Pictures would even make their way to the blogs of SpttemGottem in cells or in the bathroom, showing not only was he in prison, but he was in general population. Unfortunately, the shit didn't last long. A Florida blogger / TikToker from Madison County named DG Did It would post to Instagram a conversation with a current prisoner who not only witnessed SpttemGottem get smashed off the pound, he ordered the hit.
So what the situation was, okay, you know you got these rat allegations on you. You got that you know that's blood, but he ended up getting in trouble because trying to bring him home money-wise, you feel me, trying to capitalize. So fool go to trying to be blood, so but before the got to the camp, the homies had already told him he can't be blood, so he tried to be west side, then he tried to be east side, then he tried to be Valentine. You feel me? He tried to jump to these different hoods, but
Can't do all
that
that.
already stamped. You can't be blood. There's no rat. That's our laws. There's rules to this shit. You get what I'm saying? Long story short, bring him home one-on-one, boom. The nigga who bring him home, we had a meeting with him, tell him that's a dub. He can't be homie. So he boot up on one of the homies, okay, the big he that poster brought him home, end up being blowed. Boom, the homie shoot him. Just out of disrespect that you trying to bring a rat home, so you really saying fuck blood, there ain't nothing bigger than his beat. So then a little fool go to talking sporty about, you know, how he living on the streets, whatever, to one of the bros. But at the same time, being that you was stamped as a dub and you can't be blood and you allowed to bring you home anywhere, now you just show major disrespect to the nation. So we gave them boys like 24 hours to get them off the compound. And shit, it wasn't happening. Okay, boom, fool end up checking it in. I guess somebody ended up calling his old girl, so his old girl called up here, they put him in the box. So Lil Gangsta, I ain't gonna lie, Lil Gangsta signed a waiver saying he don't wanna leave the compound. You know, he wanna stay on the pound, so he signed the waiver saying that if anything happened to him, they're responsible, they let him back on the pound. So now me and the bros are looking like, my bad, but me and the bros looking like, that's a dub, fool got to go. So they nation ended up stamping him as a plate. You feel me? So they ended up saying that he was a celebrity. So when a become a celebrity, meaning shoot on sight, you feel me? You get what I'm saying? So when the homies get called to perform, nobody couldn't catch him because he wouldn't leave the dorm. You get what I'm saying? And being the officers, they not green, so they got whiff for everything. So every time he moved, they was moving with him. So you know, me being who I am, you feel me? I'm barking with the homies like, yo, y'all making us look bad, cause when it's a who that on the play, if it's a play, he got to get off the compound. Cause then guess what, that compound go to looking like they not standing on business. So long story short, it was orchestrated, put the play in what it was, so he ended up getting out of confinement. When he ended up getting out of confinement now, he got to go to pick up his property. So when he was going to get his property, had already orchestrated the play like this the best time to get him because he don't go nowhere. So we thinking it's gonna be sweet, but everything moving funny on the compound because like they know what's up. So he had a lady, an older officer follow him. Well, she wasn't following him, my bad. He was walking over there and it's like, while we about to get him, You get what I'm saying? The lady just called him out the blue like, hey, spot him. He turn around, he go holler at her. I'm like, damn, that looking funny. Cause you know I'm not there to shoot. I'm really just there to make sure nothing gon' go wrong. So she walked back with him, but she put it like a little 20 feet gap between her and him. So it ain't nothing else to say. The homie pull up on him, shot him in his face and his neck, bump, blowed him. He ran across the glass towards where the lady was. So she like, you feel me? What's going on? Like, what's going on? He wasn't saying that at first, so then she see the blood leaking. He pointed back talking about on some same rat shit. Oh, niggas over there. So I'm looking like, man, bitch, he pointing at me and my dog, like, you feel me? But the nigga who shot him already gone, you feel me? No face, no case, so like, it wasn't on camera, it was in a blind spot, so he ended up getting gone, you feel me? But yeah, that's the whole situation with him transferring, bro. And everywhere he land at, it's gonna be a problem, you get what I'm saying?
Would go as far as commenting on DG Did It's video saying cap. So I requested the paperwork, and it's far from cap. In Florida State Prison, there is no such thing as PC, otherwise known as protective custody. Instead, it has another name, PM, or protective management. Florida doesn't offer PC yards like California or other states. Instead, they just put you in confinement, send you to a different prison until you get stabbed again, or send you to a prison that offers protective management units, aka PC dorms. Well, on June 6, 2025, inmate Nehemiah Harden, aka SpttemGottem, would have a protective management interview with an officer. Spottem would complete a DC 6-112C, which is a witness statement form, but signed Section 3, a voluntary refusal to make a statement. The review would state Spottem was at the property line when he was assaulted by an unknown inmate. The details would be redacted, and Spottem would be placed in confinement pending protective management. So the story of Spottem being attacked in the property line appears to be true. I'd also get a copy of the incident report stating the same thing. It would also say Spottem would be known as a rapper, and they recommend placing him in a PM unit. So while Spottem allegedly signed a waiver thinking he was good in general population, he immediately got smashed off the pound and placed in a protective management before being transferred away. Now, the way they did this was essentially perfect. Because when you get out of confinement, everybody knows you have to go to property. You have to go grab all your stuff that's basically been stored in there while you've been in confinement. And you don't have access to anything. You don't have a weapon, you don't have nothing. You go to property, then you go to the dorm, and you're brand new in the dorm, so you still gotta try to get something. They caught him at property, which means he must have been out of confinement for like an hour or something before they popped him. And it sounds like he got slashed. The way it was described, if he got hit with a lock, they would have said he got fired up. They said he got blowed. That's either stabbed or slashed. It would make sense. They hit him on the face, they hit him on the neck. He went running, they saw the blood. And you know, dude that did it obviously hauled ass, threw the weapon, whatever. But they knocked him off the pound ASAP. And the reason being was, if you pay attention to the story that was told, there was a blood who wanted Spottem to be a blood so that he could extort him, so he could be cool with him for the money. And he brought him home in a one-on-one, meaning they got in a cell and most likely pretended to fight. And he was like, yeah, homie, you blood, just make sure that money comes through. So they popped the dude that did that hard, and you decide to walk it. You either fire off and get yourself removed, or you fall victim. Now the Bloods have made it clear he's a plate as heard on the audio, meaning any compound he hits with Bloods, they are expected to remove him. But SpttemGottem is clearly trying to stay ahead of the game, so he joined the Muslims. The one group that will accept any gang reject in Florida State Prison, defend them, protect them, etc. Honeycomb Brazy even spoke out on rappers debating PC, saying, hell nah, I ain't going to no PC. I don't give a damn if someone got a gun in the dorm. Boy, that's hard over there in PC. 23 hours a day on lockdown. You can't do nothing but be Muslim when you come home. Well, now SpttemGottem is Abdul Latif, and he's been transferred to Moorhaven Correctional, a private prison that only houses medium, minimum, and community custody levels. Now, the highest custody level you can have in Florida State Prison in general population is closed custody, and the fact that they aren't even allowed there, I'd assume he's at a sweet private prison they deem safe enough for him, as he's no longer in confinement. SpttemGottem's current release date is set for January 2nd, 2027. So basically, he got popped, they transferred him, they put him somewhere sweet, private prison where they're gonna have the best canteen, and they probably got ACs in that motherfucker. The private prisons are way different than the state prisons. And yeah, I mean, they flat out saying he's no good. The time that he DM'd me, he was probably confident.
90 man on that, you know what I'm saying? The main reason I'm doing this video, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't really care about who the fucking prison and jail and stuff. Like, if it ain't my family, bro, and loved ones, like, y'all do not go, bro. Prison ain't for nobody, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely not about to be doing like prison breakdown coverages unless it's something I really need to say. You get what I'm saying? And what I need to say on this one is, now, just because I don't want to cover all this prison stuff because it give me a bad vibe. Like, my dad died in prison and stuff. Not on no lame shit, but just on some beefing with the security guards and shit. So whether it's COs or gangs or all type of stuff, bro, it's so many ways you can die in prison because you stressed out. You know what I'm saying? And others stressed out, and it's like a collection of people like mad. You feel what I'm saying? Like, prison's for nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason I'm doing this vid is because it's to let y'all know, man, those dumb choices that y'all make, go leave your ass back there. And if you is gonna be in the street and you making dumb codes, you better follow those street rules. Cause you see Spottem, little dude, 5'4", got stabbed up because he snitched on one of his homeboys thinking it ain't gonna be nothing. Years later, now you getting hit up. Bro, listen, y'all listening to these rappers and thinking stuff sweet, thinking niggas just really just tail and come home. No, that is not going down. Definitely not going down. That's facts, bro. Like, niggas thinking stuff sweet and it's not. That's why I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Trap Shots gonna let y'all know what it is, you feel me? I done been a part of everything. You know what I'm saying? And the best part of life to be involved in is peace, bro. Word. I still love my guys, still love everybody, but if it got anything dealing with me possibly going to jail or prison, I ain't doing it no more. Y'all see, I'm a streamer now. You feel me? If it got, yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else fun, I'm with. You know what I'm saying? Fights, all this other stuff, I'm with it. You feel me? But this type stuff, man, going to prison and snitching and you getting stabbed up, why, who want to live like that? So SpttemGottem, whether it was SpttemGottem or another dude, I'm just breaking down the case of, bro, think before you do stuff. If you go be in the street, don't be no little hoe. All these rappers snitching, go get you stabbed up and played on and beat up back there. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of real brothers that only got their morals to stand on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I salute all them prison dudes. I'm just saying I don't want to talk about it because I don't like that type of energy. You feel me? Like, when you're a real street one, you just want to, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make it out type jump. But you don't want to think about that. Well, think about that and you out. So, yeah, man, look, listen, y'all have a blessed one. It's your boy Trap Shots. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 1090 Jake. If he got a good one like that, we'll you know what I'm saying? We'll watch and react to what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me looking for who in jail and in prison and stuff, y'all ain't got to send me that. You know what I'm saying? I like exciting stuff, bro. For real. You know what I'm talking about? But shout out to all the guys behind them bars, though. Don't mean I don't smash with y'all. You know what I'm talking about? With y'all, you feel me? Just, but nobody want to talk about that. Anyway, man, everybody have a blessed day. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all's